Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth, containing 90% of the planet's ice. It looks almost like an alien planet, and there are some who think it's hiding proof of aliens themselves.
Staying out of reach due to its frozen surface, Antarctica has always been a subject of mystery for us. Let me tell you how we were right. Hiding the alien remains, containing the extraterrestrial objects, and making people encounter the otherworldly critters. This place has proved why it deserves to be called a land like no other.
The whole crew saw a whole bunch of silver darting objects, and they are round. And he says they're doing the strangest thing.
Out in the cold stretches of Antarctica, McMurdo Station is known for its scientific research, but it has also been the center of some strange stories. In January 2015, a retired Navy engineer who had been flying over the area for years shared some unusual sightings. He described seeing fast-moving silver objects and a huge hole in the ice that seemed to interfere with their equipment. Then, during an emergency, they found a weird cave-like hole. Surprisingly, some officials in suits showed up shortly after, not from McMurdo, but from Washington, D.C. They examined the place, examined the footage, but never revealed anything to the people, and even to the station's researchers. So was this a government cover-up? It looks though.
We were losing electricity, we had magnetic anomalies, and we concluded there's something about this hole that is now causing these problems.
Secret base in Antarctica. Y'all ever heard of the strange hole in Antarctica? It's like the latest twist in the long saga of hidden mysteries. Back in '46, the US Navy launched Operation High Jump, sending 4,700 people, ships, and planes down to the icy continent under Admiral Byrd. They claimed it was for research, but come on, why such a massive operation for just that? Rumors swirled that they were hauling for hidden Nazi bases, or even alien technology. And then after years, footage of this dark round hole in the ice was leaked. It looked like an entrance to something unknown. Could it be a secret way into an underground Nazi base, or the hideout for aliens? I believe it is the latter. Let me know what you think. UFO wreckage recovery. On July 15, 2024, an anomalous object fell from the sky in the Sonoran Desert. Locals gathered to see it but couldn't figure out what it was. The shiny metal saucer, not from Earth. UFO experts were called to the scene. How did it land without a scratch? Its perfect condition suggested advanced technology, possibly using some kind of controlled descent or anti-gravity mechanism that allowed it to land gently. UFO crash. Over at Jackhead Reservation near Lake Winnipeg, folks reported seeing a crazy bright light zoom across the sky, and that was just the beginning. Suddenly, there were Canadian forces all over the place, which got people talking. Was this a UFO crash landing? Witnesses even said they saw military types pulling a disc-shaped object out of the ice while shooing away curious onlookers who were trying to snap photos. But the military was really sticking to their story, saying that it was all just a training drill for an Arctic mission. So what do you suggest? Was it really a drill? Or the government is really trying to hide the truth from people? Let me know. Floating pyramid UFO. A man was looking out the airplane window when suddenly he spotted a pyramid-shaped object floating among the clouds. Yes, a pyramid up there in the sky. It was a sight that shocked the mind, seeming almost too strange to be true. But it was right there in front of his eyes. This massive triangular structure hovered boldly and created a stark contrast against the soft white clouds. Now, could this be some kind of optical illusion, or maybe a bit of clever video editing? It's hard to say for sure. UFO appeared in Colorado. It's like a scene straight out of an action movie, but this isn't Hollywood. This happened for real in the skies over Colorado. In October 2018, hikers caught an unbelievable sight on camera, a fleet of UFOs descending from the clouds. The video begins with big, smooth UFOs gliding through the sky in front of the mountains. But it wasn't just the big UFOs making a scene. Some smaller ones were zooming around them really fast. It was like seeing a leader with a bunch of little followers darting around. As the big UFO crashed with the smoky coverage, a few of the smaller ones followed it. But the media has always tried to cover the entire incident. And for what reasons? I am sure we all know that. Tanks guard crashed UFO. Who said military tanks were allowed in Antarctica? Because this footage shows tanks surrounding a UFO crash site, despite the Antarctic Treaty strictly banning military maneuvers. Captured by Russian researchers via Google Earth, the footage reveals a metallic, disc-shaped object marooned on the snow, likely from a high-velocity crash. Interestingly, previous satellite images showed no tanks, signaling a swift military mobilization following the crash discovery. So, who brought in the tanks? And what's the deal with the UFO? Was it carted away? This could be a one-time find, potentially confirming alien technology. But let's be real, it needs a deep dive and solid evidence to be more than just another conspiracy tale. Tic Tac UFO. A passenger spotted something wild from their airplane window, up high over a snow-covered mountain range. He caught a glimpse of a mysterious white capsule, zipping through the sky super fast. This thing was darting back and forth so quickly, it looked like it popped right out of a sci-fi movie. You know, there's a saying that these weird flying capsules might be more than they appear. Some folks think they might be disguises that aliens use to cover up their real ships while they're on secret missions here on Earth. It's a wild idea, right? These sightings could be aliens keeping an eye on us, all sneaky-like, as they fly around up there. Wreck discovered. It looked like an ordinary day in November 2014 when a group of US scientists found something incredible in the snowy fields of Antarctica. They discovered a UFO, an unidentified flying object. This wasn't just any find, it looked like something from another world. The shiny metal glowed, showing that its technology was way ahead of ours. Despite a heavy snowstorm, two brave scientists climbed up to see the UFO. Finding this UFO in such a remote place shocked even the scientists. Scientists are now studying the pieces closely, hoping to learn more about this technology and where it came from. Saucer-shaped UFO. Either we've stumbled upon something extraordinary, or we're just caught up in the hype. I'm talking about a white, saucer-shaped object half buried in the icy Antarctic landscape. Its smooth, metallic surface, dusted with snow, hints that it's been hidden from human eyes for years. During an expedition, explorers discovered this strange object and took quick, shaky photos. But then, things took a twist. Almost immediately, a team rushed in and sealed off the area, making the whole story vanish as fast as it appeared. No official report followed, which raised serious questions. UFO base. I hope this doesn't change your view on the obsession with uncovering secrets, but it's pretty wild to see how some folks are chasing down satellite footage for hidden truths. Take this one individual who claimed to have spotted a secret base in Antarctica, prompting officials to shut down the Antarctic. It's surprising to think this creepy hollow base might be linked to something much darker. This reminds me of Buzz Aldrin. In 2016, the Apollo 11 astronaut tweeted something eerie about Antarctica, calling it pure evil before deleting the message. Around the same time, he was medically evacuated from the area. Sure, there's no verified evidence tying his evacuation to any secret activity, but isn't it a shocking thing? UFO crash in Australia. It looked like another typical day over the waters off Australia, until the helicopter captain noticed this unusual sight. Yes, just off the coast, a disc-shaped UFO was spotted, partially submerged, creating ripples across the water with its strange, complex structure. What was this object doing in the sea? With helicopter pilots circling above and confirming the sighting, viewers began to speculate about its connection to the mysterious Baltic Sea anomaly, suggesting it could be part of a larger phenomenon. If this footage is genuine, it gives serious weight to the theory that these anomalies are more than coincidence.
223, be advised, we have a visual.
Over the ice. In China, the helicopter crew didn't expect this thing to happen. At first, they thought it was just a chunk of ice floating smoothly across the water. But when they zoomed in for a closer look, it turned out to be something completely different. A shiny, round disc hovering right above the surface. It wasn't just floating, it was gliding smoothly, almost like it was scanning the water before it started to rise. Not something you see every day. Could it be a UFO? If this turns out to be real, it's going to be huge. A whole new chapter in UFO history. UFO spotted. Back in 2016, a Norwegian expedition in Antarctica encountered a sleek, metallic UFO hovering above the icy slopes. Witnesses couldn't believe their eyes. They described it as a saucer-shaped object that glided effortlessly through the air. But then it got even stranger. The UFO zipped away behind a large slope, almost as if it was on a mission. This sighting adds to a long list of UFO encounters in the region, a hot spot for bizarre phenomena. While skeptics brush it off as misidentified natural occurrences or military tests, each new discovery only deepens the mystery. Strange structure. There's been a lot of talk about strange structures down in Antarctica. Massive triangles rising from the endless ice, almost too perfect to be natural. Some believe they could be signs of alien life, hidden beneath layers of ice for centuries. With the continent being so heavily restricted, it raises eyebrows. Government treaties and scientific research missions investigated the area in secrecy as satellite images keep surfacing, revealing these eerie formations. The world grows increasingly curious about what they truly are. Are these simply odd shapes carved by nature, or could they lead to something unimaginable? Pyramids in Antarctica.
We find evidence of pyramid structures.
You thought pyramids only belonged in deserts, right? Well, get ready to be shocked. There were mysterious pyramids in Antarctica, massive, icy structures that some said could be something otherworldly. While scientists claimed they were just natural formations grown over time, others whispered about more sinister possibilities. Could these have been alien structures, or even portals to other realms? Imagine what secrets those icy giants might have held. Were they remains of a lost civilization, or was it just aliens playing tricks on our minds?
The earliest monuments of our own civilization came originally from Antarctica.
Glow in snow. Driving down a snowy highway, the man spotted something odd out in the field. He pulled over, curiosity increased. There it was, a glowing sphere in the snow that was lighting up the area. Not exactly what you'd expect to see in the middle of nowhere, right? People have all sorts of theories about mysterious spheres in Antarctica. Some say they're ancient portals built by advanced civilizations. Others talk about stories from former Navy SEALs who claim to have seen strange, glowing structures hidden beneath the ice. No solid proof yet, but these sightings make you wonder, could Antarctica be hiding something far beyond our understanding? Each account only adds to the mystery.
Почему это не на кольцевой поставили такую вот анимацию?
Alien Appalachia. This footage, shared by an anonymous source, suggests that UFOs sometimes prefer visiting quieter areas in less crowded towns. The video shows two streamlined metal saucers moving through the night sky, their surfaces glistening in the last of the light. If you zoom in, you will see that they nearly disappear into the sky, as though they are passing through a secret entrance. Just as quickly as they appeared, they vanished, leaving only this footage as proof of their mysterious visit. Their choice of a quiet locale sparks curiosity about why they keep these visits low profile and what they might be up to in these hidden corners of the world. Parts of UFO.
Find something.
In the frozen wastelands, a determined explorer uncovered what looked like parts of a crashed UFO. Using a metal detector, he picked up a strong signal and started digging. Pulling out chunks of metal buried deep in the snow. Piece by piece, he revealed fragments that seemed mechanical, almost like pieces of a robotic structure.
Looks like a robotic arm.
One part looked like a metallic arm, another like a large circular disc, all battered and covered in ice. Locals had reported seeing a strange object fall from the sky days before, and now these parts hint at something bigger. This could really be pieces of a UFO lost in the snow.
Yeah. Wow!
Crazy UFO sighting. What just happened? Your night street suddenly turned into the center of something huge. A metallic saucer appeared, and its lights were spinning in the sky. But was this just a random light show? The green lights around the spaceship seemed to scan everything, like they were collecting data or mapping the area. This didn't feel like a chance encounter. The ship's movements were deliberate, like it was on a specific mission, and its technology felt far beyond anything we've ever seen. Huge UFO. This one spotted in the sky was huge. A real change-up from the usual flying saucer stories. The bright lights circle around its base like candles. These lights aren't just for show. They make you think the UFO is getting ready for something big. It just hovered there, cautious, its lights scanning the ground below, as if it was picking out the perfect place to touch down. According to the man who was recording it all, the massive flyer stayed on site for some time, but then it disappeared as if it never existed. UFO in Egypt. You wouldn't believe what happened in Hurghada, Egypt. A person was looking up at the sky when out of nowhere, a mysterious UFO appeared. It had bright lights arranged in a neat pattern, some white and others maybe a bit colored, shining brilliantly against the dark sky. Suddenly, a second UFO joined the first. They zoomed around, fast and smooth, almost like they were on race together in the air. The person filming was so shocked, his voice quivered with excitement. Just when things were at their peak, both UFOs zipped away into the distance. UFO overbuilding. On August 17, 2004, right above the buildings, there was this saucer just hanging out in the sky. It was there for just a few minutes, but then something bizarre happened. The lights on the saucer started glowing intensely, and then, poof, the UFO just vanished. No dramatic zoom into the sky, no bright portal opening up like in the movies. So what's the deal? Maybe it's like a 2-in-1 deal now. The UFO itself can just disappear on its own. It makes you wonder what other tricks these UFOs might have up their sleeves, doesn't it? UFO behind pyramid. Ever wondered if there was a link between UFOs and the pyramids? This video might have stirred that thought a bit more. Take a look. A classic UFO, saucer-shaped and all, hovered right above a pyramid. It wasn't just floating there. It was casting a beam of light down onto the pyramid's tip. This scene brought us back to those theories about ancient Egyptians and their possible connections to outer space. The pyramids might have served as markers or guides for visitors from the stars. This wasn't just a crazy coincidence. Scenes like this keep the mystery of these ancient structures alive and buzzing with possibilities. UFO caught on camera. Did you see that strange light show in Saudi Arabia? A blurry footage showed a UFO glowing with bright lights. One side shining yellow, the other deep purple. It was the kind of thing that made people stop and wonder, what could it be? Was it just a plane or something more mysterious? The lights looked almost otherworldly, and it's no surprise people started talking, coming up with ideas. Whatever it was, it left everyone staring up at the sky, curious about what secrets might be out there. UFO takeoff. In August 2012, the Keshe Foundation introduced something that felt like it came straight from a sci-fi movie, a shiny, disc-shaped object that looked like a true flying saucer. And this wasn't in space. It was right here on Earth, spotted in grassy fields, looking strangely natural in its setting. People saw this metallic object seemingly hovering just above the ground, with its shiny surface reflecting everything around it. It was enough to make anyone wonder if they were seeing the future unfold. UFO on building. In Utrecht, the Inked Pot isn't just known as the largest brick building in the Netherlands. It's also famous for the UFO perched on its roof. Apologies for bursting the bubble for you guys, but his quirky addition, called Zover, was created by the artist. This UFO on top of a historic building now creates a one-of-a-kind city landmark by fusing modern art with traditional architecture. Both locals and tourists are captivated by this unique fusion of creativity and history. UFO collision. A massive UFO crashed onto a busy highway, turning an ordinary day into a full-blown sci-fi scene. The giant saucer stretched out across the road, its sleek alien surface scratched and dented from the impact. The rescue team gathered instantly, capturing every angle of the unbelievable sight. But the story took an eerie twist. Not long after, a similar UFO was found buried in a deep pit, far from the crash site, covered in dirt and hidden from public view. Guarded and concealed, it looked like an attempt by authorities to keep this shocking event under wraps. Could this be another case of the truth being buried, literally? UFO uproar. This mysterious light display over Kazakhstan has got everyone buzzing about an object. Was it a UFO or just a well-done drone show? Now, as much as I'd love to say it was a UFO, the lights were so perfectly organized that it could be a drone show. But here's the twist. Unlike typical drones, which move in sharp, predictable patterns, these lights had an almost fluid, coordinated motion that felt otherworldly. It's left everyone scratching their heads, replaying the footage, trying to decide if it's just some seriously advanced drone tech or something else entirely. So, where do you land on this one? Just a high-tech light show or a real UFO sighting? UFO fleet. The calm skies over the Philippines took a shocking turn when a fleet of glowing UFOs appeared, moving in tight formation through the clouds. Witnesses watched in surprise as these bright, disc-shaped objects were flying, their steady alignment sparking memories of the famous Phoenix Lights sighting in 1997. This sighting has raised serious questions. Could this be part of a larger, hidden phenomenon? The sheer number of these UFOs, moving like an organized fleet, suggests technology far beyond our own, and possibly a mission with serious intent. Tehran UFO. A vivid green light streaked across the sky in Tehran, leaving locals both amazed and puzzled. Strange as it sounds, this intense green glow appeared to come from the bottom of a UFO hovering over the city. The sharp pattern and brightness of green lights do not fit with anything atmospheric, even though they are occasionally associated with natural phenomena like auroras. This daring demonstration in a busy city suggests a technologically controlled source, possibly something alien. Was it just a display of presence, or was it a signal? Tehran is a major spotlight now. UFOs over city. A local resident stood frozen in awe as 5 luminous orbs drifted overhead, swirling silently like tiny galaxies in the dark sky. Just as he thought he'd seen it all, the orbs began releasing dozens of tiny glowing particles, like dandelion seeds floating in the breeze. These miniature orbs spread out, scanning everything in their path: houses, trees, even the person watching below. The scene felt more purposeful than random, as if these larger orbs were advanced probes. Many believe they were dispatched by an unseen mothership, hiding beyond the clouds, quietly collecting information from Earth. UFO crash.
There seems to be a phone shooting.
Ever seen a UFO crash right in the middle of a city? That's what people in Johannesburg thought happened one morning. Out of nowhere, this strange wreck showed up in Sandton, causing traffic as everyone stopped to check it out. The night before, people had even spotted odd lights in the sky, and now there was crash debris right by Sandton Drive and William Nickel. Social media went wild with guesses. Aliens, maybe? The excitement spread, and soon people in biohazard suits were seen in Cape Town, adding to the mystery. But here's the twist. It was all a clever ad for a new health drink.
The reason we use the spaceship, like I said, is the drink of the future. So it came from the future.
Desert UFO. A simple man with his camels in the vast Middle Eastern desert spotted something he never thought he'd see in his lifetime. A dull black disc quietly landed in the sand, almost blending into the landscape. Then, what looked like a ladder extended from the craft. Figures like aliens stepped down as if they were on some mission. As things got stranger, one alien, who seemed to have lagged behind, looked around, scanning the desert, then turned and made its way back to the UFO. In a smooth motion, the craft scooped it up and, just like that, vanished in a blink. UFO in action. We've got a lone saucer floating in the sky. But watch closely, things are just starting to get fun. Look at those tiny dots. At first I thought they were just bugs, but nope, they were aliens flying super fast toward the UFO. Within seconds, more aliens popped up. If you blinked, you might have missed it. They all zoomed right into the UFO. Then the UFO spun around, and whoosh, it flew off into the clouds and disappeared just like that. It was like a magic trick in the sky. Although skeptics objected to the authenticity of the video, a majority claimed it could be true, as there have been many sightings of UFO recently. UFO crash in Siberia. How wild do things have to get when a group of military personnel stumbles upon what looks like a UFO crash site in the Siberian forest? As unbelievable as it may sound, this exact scenario unfolded as soldiers gathered around a large, metallic, disc-shaped object partially buried in snow. The shiny, otherworldly craft stood out against the snowy forest floor, casting an eerie vibe over the entire scene. The site has ignited all kinds of theories, with many wondering if this is truly an alien spacecraft, and if so, where's the crew? Could there be more hidden secrets beneath Siberia's frozen ground? This strange discovery has left everyone buzzing about what might still be concealed in the icy wilderness. Crash site in Wales. On January 23, 1974, a quiet night in the Berwyn Mountains, Wales, was suddenly interrupted by a loud explosion and a strange light falling from the sky. People guessed it was either an earthquake or even a crashed UFO. This incident quickly became popular among UFO fans and skeptics alike. Decades later, the mystery still lingers. Was it a natural event or something otherworldly in the Welsh mountains that night? UFO landing. This sighting was truly something else. Near a windmill, a saucer-shaped UFO appeared, hovering slowly forward. As it moved, almost like it was preparing to land. The UFO then headed toward what looked like a hidden area or secret base, landing smoothly inside. It raised questions of a secret project or something even more advanced. The idea of hidden government activities and unknown technology was hard to ignore, especially when caught by random cameras. This footage gave people a rare peek into a hidden world, hinting at secrets beyond our reach. UFO cover-up.
You got that, Mom?
No respect for the saucer.
On a highway near Area 51, drivers saw something that instantly grabbed their attention. A huge object, looking just like a UFO, strapped down on the bed of a truck. Covered in tarps, only a bit of its shiny, rounded edges peeked out, making it clear this wasn't your everyday cargo. The truck moved slowly, aware of all the eyes and cameras trying to catch a glimpse. Scenes like this just add more fuel to the rumors about Area 51 and possible hidden alien tech. Every sighting like this makes people even more curious, wondering what secrets are really hiding behind those guarded walls. UFO sighting. This clip seemed like a regular day near some ancient temples, until viewers noticed something unusual. Yes, a UFO glided in the background, hovering near the mountains. Its sleek, metallic surface stood out against the historic site. What was this unidentified craft doing in such a remote and cultural location? Some think it could mean something bigger, perhaps aliens observing human history, or hidden knowledge within these temples. This is a bold idea, but if this clip is real, it adds a lot to the theory of alien interest in our ancient sites. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. How determined would someone have to be to search through satellite images of Antarctica and actually find a buried UFO? Well, in October 2020, one dedicated UFO enthusiast claimed to do just that. They spotted a strange metallic disc under the ice. This discovery quickly spread, sparking theories that it could be an ancient spacecraft hidden for thousands of years. But if this really is a crashed UFO, where's the crew? Could something or someone still be lying deep under the ice, waiting to be found? This eerie find has everyone wondering what other mysteries might be hidden under Antarctica's frozen surface.